Welcome back to another video. So taking a model from Blender towards Unity with the animations, and I received the following comment. We see over here that my Unity developer has this object with an empty parent in Unity. He wants me to animate like 2 or 3 child objects, and export them as a single FBX file. He then applies the animation to the parent using one animator in Unity, so we expect the animation to run, but it doesn't. Either it jumps to some other location and plays the animation, or sometimes simply animate the whole parent. Well, for disregarding the aspect that the object will jump to a certain location, it's a better idea to use an animator controller, not directly animation, because usually animation will take the object based on the relative coordinates that Blender had. For example, I have over here, this is the origin where I have X, Y, and Z 0. If I'm gonna move the object and I will animate it over here, then this will be the relative animation. If you are using directly the animator within Unity, not, let's say directly an animation, not an animator controller, you will have to take into account that either you're gonna check this play root motion, and that will take the movement and play directly within the root of the object, or you can set a new empty parent. In this case, you can right click, create a new empty parent, and apply the animation directly on this empty parent that will further control the object downwards. For example, I have over here the following car model. I have a door animation. We can see the door opening over there. We see the rotation of the model. So Blender has the Y going upwards, while so Unity has Y, while Blender will have Z axis going upwards. So keep that in mind over here. And I have over here, for example, animation for the door, and I have one for the hood. So this is from my previous video where I showed how you can export those. We're gonna see this will be for the hood. Now, I would recommend to use an animator controller and define those animation over here, and you can then work with those. For example, over here I'm using a button and I use open door in order to call for that animation. So by default within the animator, I create over here a new state. This is empty. You can go with create empty, and you're gonna link the entry directly to that. And after that, when you're gonna do the call for the animation, it will not jump within another location. For example, we see over here, if I will start this, I can move around this button. When I'm going to press the button, that animation will play. Now, even though I will select this car and I will move it, let's say, to this location, when I'm going to play this, it will always play within the location where the object is currently based without having the need to have this apply root motion checked. Now we see I move the car over there. If I'm going to move over here, I will press the button. Now the animation will be played over here. So this is why it's important to make sure that I would recommend again to use an animator, so not directly apply the animation, because I could over here, for example, add the animation. I have over here the animation clip. You can also add multiple. For example, element 1 will be, let's say, the hood. Element 0 will be the door, and if you have multiple sub-elements of that, you can use those. You can also uncheck play automatically and then call for those animations, but in this case, if you are not going to add an empty parent to that and apply those animation over here, in some cases the object will move to that location just like it was within Blender, and it will then play the animation within that location. So we see over here, this is the 0, 0, 0. This is the new location. And it will be the same within Unity. Depends where you have the scene centered. For example, we see over here for the car, this is 14 with minus 1.5 on z-axis. And the origin will be straight over here within my scene. If I will just create over here a game object, if I will 0, 0 this is actually the location of this. And keep in mind that when you're going to play that animation, it will go to the reference from Blender and it will take those values when the animation is played. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this kind of content, and I hope that this managed to help you to fix those animations within Unity. If you enjoy this kind of content, you're going to find a playlist over here regarding Unity. And if you consider that you want to follow additional videos, you can consider to subscribe. You're going to find the button on the right. So that's it. Thanks for watching.